Hey there, Martin here, and welcome to the first live stream for quite a while for 2023. So it's been a bit of time since we've actually done a live stream. So I thought it'd be a good opportunity to do a bit of a Q&A. So I'm going to give it a couple of minutes to get started, just to give people a chance to come in. And to obviously hopefully make sure that the technologically wise, that's not a word, it's working fine. I'm just going to do a quick test now, hopefully. Yep, I can hear myself talk, which is never a good thing. Always hate the sound of my own voice. If you've got any questions, obviously feel free to bang them in the chat, and I've been more than happy to answer them. I've got some questions that were submitted to the form, so I'll get through those as well. If you do have any, feel free to put them in the comments. If you've got any questions, you've been watching the replay, obviously feel free to drop me an email, Martin with a Y, .slack@moreniche.com, or just support@moreniche.com, and I'll obviously answer any questions on there as well. Hopefully do one of these live streams at least once a month, maybe more, and maybe just get back into doing some more tutorial focused live streams as well, if there's obviously a desire for that. Sometimes it's not easy picking up subjects to do a live stream for, and I don't want to just do one for one that people aren't generally interested in, because of obviously the planning and whatnot that takes place. More than happy to do any live streams. Obviously, if you've got any questions, like I said at the start, feel free to bang them in the chat, and I've been more than happy to answer them. And let's get on with the questions that have been submitted. Obviously, if you've got a question on anything, whether it is more niche related or just general affiliate marketing related, more than happy to answer whatever I can try and answer. And if I don't know the answer, I'll Google it and let you know. So first of all, I'm just going to go through the questions that I've got. So how can I promote more niche products in YouTube? Specifically focusing on the weight loss products, but obviously, it'll work with any of the products in more niche. So there's typically two good ways in which you can do YouTube promotions. The most, the highest converting one would be through product reviews. So doing an unboxing video, you tend to get less views because obviously people may not know much about the brand. But typically it's going to be unboxing videos, product reviews, because obviously we are first click. You're going to be getting a lot of more people that are further down the actual buying cycle. So there is a risk that you may not close that sale. The other way is to obviously build a weight loss specific YouTube channel that is not just doing product reviews, but also generic advice as well. So workouts, fitness advice, recipes, building an actual fully established channel, and then actually having product reviews and recommendations in there. Building a YouTube channel is a lot of work on its own, because obviously there's a lot of editing and scripting and all of that good stuff. But it can also work alongside an affiliate website to obviously build another channel source and funnel. Hey Ian, hope you're doing well. And we have a question here. As I can, hopefully I pronounced that okay. What are the best strategies to use in 2023? So very common question that comes about at the start of every single year. Strategies for me that I've seen that are working really well is there's the PR sponsored posts that you obviously see a lot of sites doing. You just have to Google best niche, and you'll see high PR sites up there where people have paid for sponsored posts. They're obviously doing amazingly well. I'm surprised that they are still doing very well, because it just highlights that Google just cares about backlinks rather than necessarily good content. So that is one strategy. That's quite an advanced strategy, because there is that quite high initial cost to begin with. So it is expensive generally to get those posts, and then you're not guaranteed to get the top spots, because there's so many of these high PR sites that are competing for it. The strategies that I personally would focus on, and that I do focus on my own stuff, is expired domains. So actually getting a good quality expired domain within the niche that you're trying to get into. So obviously, if it's weight loss, then I'd go for an expired domain that's within that industry, that's got backlinks from related content. And then basically building up a site on that expired domain. It's already got that previous authority and previous trust, and that can work really, really well. I've got a gaming expired domain, and I can post an article on there myself, and it literally gets indexed within a couple of hours or a day max, and that's generating traffic already. So it's doing quite well. Other methods that are, strategies that are continuing doing well, building good quality content sites, SEO, AI is quite interesting at the moment, and looking at how to use AI to create content. AI is pretty incredible, because obviously you can also use it to translate content and potentially hit international markets that you might not have previously managed to get into. And yeah, general YouTube, and those are what I would go for personally. Would you recommend using Google Sites and Google Blogger, or an other easier route, Spamzilla? Personally, I wouldn't create Google Sites or Google Blogger. I would create my own website on my own hosting, and build a site through there, and then build backlinks to that, and just general content, focus on long tail keywords, and get that content ranked. And the problem with Google Sites and Google Blogger is that Google Sites are typically used by a lot of spam. I would potentially create some Google Sites to supplement potential link backlinks that I've built. So not necessarily linking to my own site, but if I have built a link on another site, so let's say I built a backlink on a guest post somewhere, and I want to boost that, I would potentially create some Google Sites to link to that article, so it's not actually going to negatively affect my site, if that makes sense. And Google Blogger, the thing with having using any third-party blogging platform such as Blogspot or anything like that, is that you're generally not in control of it, so they can just obviously suspend it or remove it at any time. If you've got your own site, your own host, then it's obviously going to do better long run, because you've got full control over it. So you've got not got that risk of it suddenly being deleted and suspended, and it obviously offers a lot more functionality. So the next question that I have submitted is, which is the best traffic source for more niche offers, paid or Google? Please specify. So again, another question that we get a lot is, what is the best traffic source? There is no specific traffic source that is the best. The best traffic source is the one that converts. So you're going to have traffic from all of the different sources that are at different levels of the buying cycle. So, if you've got somebody on Twitter that is looking for the best fat burner, then that is going to be a good traffic source, because they are all ready to purchase. The issue with things like social is that there's a higher amount of people that are at the higher end of the buying cycle and not ready to purchase, compared to those, say, SEO, where they're actually searching for that specific thing or that specific niche. So they are a lot closer to actually purchasing. So your conversions tend to be a lot better. And with things like a website, you can naturally pre-sell the traffic better as well. So your conversion is going to be higher. Now, specifically, which is better for more niche offers, whether it's paid or organic, again, it depends on the keywords that are targeted, and it depends on the landing page. Obviously, with paid traffic, we don't allow brand bidding. So therefore, you have to go for very much generic informational kind of keywords. You can go for things like best fat burner, best legal steroid alternatives, those kind of ones. But then you then have to focus on having that good pre-sale on the landing page to actually then filter that through to conversions, let alone having to go through Google's policies and whatnot. Just have a drink. Getting a bit of a cold, which is a bit irritating. So yeah, I wouldn't necessarily worry too much about the best traffic source. I would just think about where the visitor is coming from, and where they are on that buying cycle and how you can actually nurture that traffic. I am a very big advocate of organic traffic and organic websites, just because you can capture visitors from many levels of that buying cycle. So you've got your long tail keywords and your informational content that's going to get them at the higher levels, and then filter them down into the lower ones. And then you're potentially also going to get those that are more ready to actually purchase. So there's just more opportunities with that. I have done paid a lot in the past, and I've made some decent affiliate revenue from paid. But it does just require a lot of testing, and depending on where you are in your affiliate journey, it can obviously be very costly to target through paid and test the different landing pages and ads. So it just depends on your position. Let's have a look. What is now the best traffic source for affiliate, especially health niche offer, and how much need minimum to invest to start in a paid campaign? It's a very much similar question. I'm just reading these, so some of them might be replicated. So again, best traffic source depends. Minimum needed to invest to start a paid campaign. Again, I hate to say depends, but that's typically an SEO's favorite reply. It just depends. It depends on what keywords you're targeting, what the landing page is like, what the return's like. I would say that for a good minimum to really test out paid activities, you're going to be wanting, I would say, $500 to $1,000. You're really going to want to sink in the money in there, testing different landing pages, testing different ads, testing different keywords, and yeah, a lot of those you may not make a return on, but you do need those kind of minimums. It is a lot more expensive to do paid than it is to do obviously organic, but it's obviously you see the quicker results. You see not necessarily profit, but you see the results quicker on the activities. So you see what the conversion rates like, what the click-through rates are like in a much quicker time scale than you do with SEO. I'm interested in paid traffic like sponsored posts of high-ranking websites. How do I go about it? So this goes through to the PR sites that we see at the moment that are ranking very highly. There's no secret method on doing it. It's incredibly simple. Generally, it's a case of contacting these companies, contacting their PR company side of it, the media side, and actually asking how much does it cost to submit an article onto their website. And generally you'll get different replies. It's worth bearing in mind that they are expensive. Obviously the smaller ones are less expensive, but for the big ones, you're going to be looking at $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, if not $8,000, $9,000. They are very expensive. Obviously you could go cheaper by looking at some of the more city focused PR sites. So for example, Nottingham Post here in Nottingham in the UK, you could potentially look to see how much it is there. But obviously that's going to have a much less reach. And then there are other things in the background to that to obviously try and get those PR sites ranked higher. Good day. Hope you are well. Okay. Right. Big one here. I'm not going to put that on there because I'm going to read it instead. Glad to be here today. Glad you're here. This platform is great for affiliates. Thanks. I'm glad to hear it. Obviously, we are doing a lot of improvements and whatnot to the platform. So watch this space in the coming weeks, months. I have a question about your partnership with PrimeShed. Most companies are about delivery, and it's affecting my page, which I use for PrimeShed promotion. Most complaints about delivery, and it's okay. Yeah, I get that. So I can't really comment too much on the deliveries of it because I don't work on that side of the business. PrimeShed is a more niche-owned offer, so we use the same delivery company that we do for all of the offers. It depends a lot on the countries that you're targeting as well, because they may have less less good quality delivery service. I'm not 100% sure, but I know that the brand team are continually working to improve the delivery of the products and make sure that the customers are happy, because at the end of the day, happy customers means reorders, which means more sales for us and more sales for you. Question 2, any hope of changing on the first click, first commission? That only works for top affiliates on more niche, running massive ads. If commission goes to first click, what hope does newbies have? Because I receive a lot of messages of people claiming that they brought from my link, but no pay on my end. More niche is becoming a shadow of its past. Well, I mean, I'm really sorry to hear that you think that more niche is becoming a shadow of its past. We did used to work on a last click commission based. So we have worked last click for many, many years. And we have seen that obviously more and more networks are offering first click. And we have seen that in the past, working with affiliates, we tend to see that those that are actually growing the brand and building the brand are the ones that should be credited the actual commission. Okay, and that's why the first click was implemented, because we saw a lot of people piggybacking on the brand name or trying to push coupon promotions, which we don't allow. And they would tend to actually just steal that sale from the affiliate that's actually building the brand and making the customer aware of the offer. Now, we didn't just change to a first click method. We did actually have them both working in parallel with each other for several months so that we could actually analyze what affiliates gained, what affiliates lost, and then that way we could make an informed decision on who was actually benefiting from the first click versus last click. And to be completely honest, it is not just the top affiliates that are actually benefiting from first click. A lot of smaller affiliates are benefiting from first click because they are building the generic and informational sites, which is actually getting that initial click and that initial brand awareness. Obviously, you have the high PR sites that I've mentioned before. Many of those, naturally do convert well because they're obviously still doing it, so it naturally converts. But you also have to bear in mind that they are targeting keywords such as best fat burner, best, testosterone boosters. But many of those customers may have already clicked previous affiliate links because they have already started looking for those products. That keyword is further down the bio cycle. So based on a lot of our tests and a lot of research, first click actually benefits all affiliates, whether they are new or old or top or spending lots of money. It benefits everybody because they are targeting the visitor and hoping to build that brand exposure rather than just focusing on branded traffic and stealing it from other affiliates. So it's worth, if you feel that you're not converting as well, then it's definitely worth looking at the traffic and how you can potentially expand your reach to target those that are maybe higher in the buying cycle, so that you can target those a little bit sooner in that cycle. Yeah, hopefully that's answered the question. Obviously, it's quite an in-depth one, but we have done a lot of research to make sure that the best people, not the best people, but the affiliates that are bringing brand exposure and not just relying on the brand name are benefiting from the sale. And like I said, a lot of affiliate networks are moving to First Click because it does make sense on a brand perspective. So Ian, would Instagram Reels and TikTok be a good route with links via Linktree? It can be a very good route, if depending on obviously how you do it. I have attempted a bit of TikTok, ashamedly, with some of my one of my pet sites, and I haven't done a great deal with it. But it just takes obviously the time to potentially edit the videos and whatnot, depending on what you're wanting to do. And I do think that those that you typically have your face and you actually being an influencer or a content creator, as people tend to prefer to be known, and you actually have that personality on there and you're actually building a community, then it can convert very well. Generally, if you're just going to create advertising videos, then they won't do as well, because you want people to actually I can't remember what you call it now, duet them. So you want people to duet them, share them, all of that good stuff, and they're not going to do it if it's blatant advertising. Next question. So I'm trying so hard to get some conversions, but all available. Is there any free training that I can join in order to scale my business? So there is. We are working on obviously improving the training. So on the affiliate dashboard, I've created a number of videos that basically take you from the very beginning and get you to have a website and keyword research and an intro to SEO. So there is that on the actual dashboard itself. The thing with video training is that it always needs to be updated, and the problem with that is that it is incredibly time consuming. There is a lot of free information on YouTube. There are some great channels on YouTube which offer affiliate marketing training that is obviously free to access. I have a channel in correlation with More Niche, which is Affiliate Marketing Ninjas. Obviously, check that out. I'm trying to add more content there, but again, time consuming. There is people such as the Affiliate School. Definitely recommend them. WP Eagle. So there are a lot of channels out there that do have a lot of free information. I'm hopefully going to be recording, depends on if my voice holds up, because I am getting a bit of a cold and I feel dreadful. So I am hoping this week to record a video where it's going to be a long video, where I basically start from the step of having a niche and building a website around that niche. So it'll be doing keyword research, content planning, branding, so logo, all of that good stuff, creating some content and adding that to the post, and then that will lead on to the next steps of just adding more content and building links. So I'm hoping to do that initial video this week, which is just, like I say, all about building your first affiliate website. So as soon as that's done, it will obviously get shared. So obviously keep a lookout for that. And then there's obviously the next step of going into more advanced stuff like link building and all of that good stuff. Obviously, if there is anything specific you or any other affiliate wants to know, please let me know. I can do a video on it fairly quickly. It's just having those ideas, because I just don't want to be creating videos that no one's interested in. So yeah, if there's anything specific you want to know, let me know, and I can definitely look at doing something. Is Quora and Reddit good traffic sources for affiliate marketing? It can be really good traffic sources, and it's a traffic source that is really underutilized. What I wouldn't recommend, and I have seen, there have been affiliates that do make decent money by just answering a question on Quora and putting their affiliate link in, and they are making sales, and they do continue to make sales. The problem with that is that if the affiliate link ever changes or gets broke, or the product's no longer available, then there is the risk that that affiliate link will no longer work. So what I would always recommend doing is using Quora and Reddit as a supplement to actually having a website. So my end goal for any affiliate business that I set up would be to create a website and actually then filter in additional traffic sources. So actually answer questions on Quora, get into Reddit and answer questions and engage with the community, build a Pinterest account and pin it if it's related to that niche. So I would definitely do all of those things. I wouldn't just go onto Reddit and post and spam and hope for the best. I would actually become part of the community. But yeah, they can be great traffic sources. The guinea pigs behind me are making a ridiculous amount of noise, so hopefully they're not becoming too irritating. Let's have a look. So I've got one question. I'm not fully understanding it. I've tried emailing a bunch of websites, but they never seem to reply. Is there a format or a procedure? Now, I'm going to assume that they are emailing websites for guest posts. That's the assumption I'm going to make, because I can't see any other reason why you would contact websites. So when I approach a website to get a guest post, I would actually not necessarily, I haven't done it for a while, to be fair, I wouldn't necessarily email them directly and say, please link to this post. I would potentially email them first about a specific post that I think I could get a link on, and just maybe offer some suggestions on how it could be improved. So maybe what's missing, what's lacking, what could be added to it to make it better. And then if they reply to that, then just reply back with something like, no problems, I've been in this industry for X amount of years. In fact, I have a website that is very similar to the piece of content that you're writing about. Would you be interested in linking back to it? And I'll be more than happy to share your website, share your article on my socials, or I'll be more than happy to offer any more suggestions or comments or something along those lines. So that is one option of doing it. The other one is the standard way of messaging them. I've seen this article, it's really good. I was reading it after I came across it on here. I see that you're linking to this website, blah, 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 blah. It's very much outdated. I do have this article of my own, which is an updated version, and it offers this. Would you be interested in linking to that also? So it does depend on the context and, obviously, and how many emails these websites are likely to get, because I would expect that they would tend to get quite a lot. What I used to do, or what I did with one of my hobby sites, one of my archery sites, is I would create a guide, like a beginner's guide to archery. And then I would be emailing local clubs. So throughout England, I think there's about 1,500 archery clubs, where everyone goes and learns archery, and they have a website that gives updates about the club and all that good stuff. And I'd email them and I'll say, oh, I really like the club. Funny enough, I've got a website which is aimed at teaching people how to get started in archery. Do you have a resource page or a link page that you would be interested in linking to my resource from? Sometimes I get answers, sometimes I wouldn't, but those I did was a decent backlink. The DR is not great, but it's very relatable. So it can work really well. Obviously, it depends on the niche, but you might be able to find local fitness groups and things like that you could potentially email as well. There is also things like Harrow, so Help a Reporter Out, where it is generally big media sites that are looking for expert opinions or expert advice that you can obviously contact, reply to the actual ad with the information that they're looking for and a link back to your website. And that can tend to work really well as well. I've got some good DR links from that kind of method. It's a little bit obviously more time consuming, but it can work really well. So that's obviously a good option as well. So in terms of why you might not be getting any reply, it would be hard to know without actually seeing the emails that you're sending. Obviously, if you send those to me, I'll be more than happy to review them and make some suggestions and changes that might improve reply rates. And you also have to bear in mind that sometimes people just won't reply, particularly with Help a Reporter Out. I've had cases where people will, 9 times out of 10, they won't reply, but I'll still get the backlink from time to time. Hi, Martin. Thanks for mentioning training for new content. I would suggest you could attach new entrant to a trader mentor so as to get things right. Thanks. Yeah, no problem. I mean, everyone has a trainer or mentor, and I am here to help everyone grow their affiliate revenue and their affiliate business. So there is always the support channel, support@moreniche.com. There is emailing me directly. There obviously does need to be more evident access to that, so that you can obviously see who you can contact to get support, and that's definitely something that we're going to look at with the actual dashboard that we're looking at replacing, and how we can add more information to that. But there is a lot of access to support. So there is the live chat, there is the email support, there is me directly. Feel free to obviously reach out to any of those, and generally you'll get through to me, and I can help wherever I can. It does depend as well. I do get a lot of questions and a lot of emails that is answered in a lot of the trading videos that are on the dashboard. So sometimes I will just divert people back to those videos so that they can actually find that information for themselves as well. Because what's the old saying? You can give somebody a fish, or you could teach them how to fish. So it's very similar to that. It's, a lot of the time it is a case of trying to get you to find that information, because then you will grow as an affiliate yourself. And yeah, but I'm always available: Skype, email, whichever it is. More than happy to answer any questions. I didn't earn any dollars yet. How can I do that? Well, there's lots of ways. Affiliate marketing. The problem is that there's a lot of videos on YouTube that kind of give a portrayal that affiliate marketing is easy and it's a get rich quick scheme, and that all they have to do is get their affiliate links and share it somewhere, and they'll get lots of dollars. Unfortunately, that's just not the case. Apparently nowadays the only way to make lots and lots of dollars is OnlyFans and stuff like that, and I ain't doing that. No one wants to see that stuff. But yeah, so affiliate marketing is a very good way. You just have to bear in mind that it is a business. It has to be looked at as a business, and with any business, whether you were to do affiliate marketing or open a store down the street, it's going to take time. You're going to have to build that business. You're going to have to build that brand. You're going to have to build that reputation. It does take a lot of time. There are currently quite a few videos on YouTube where Moreniche is mentioned, and pushing the fact that people get paid per click with Moreniche, which is not the case. It has never been that way. So I do get a lot of emails from people asking why they're not getting paid on a per click basis, and unfortunately that's just not a viable business model for most affiliate programs, because traffic can be so easy to get. It's just not necessarily targeted traffic. I could go to a website now and buy 5,000 visits, but that's not going to convert, because those people that are visiting are not interested in the product. So you can make lots of money through affiliate marketing. We have affiliates that are making thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on a monthly basis, but it does take time and obviously work. Obviously, there are techniques to speed up that time. As I mentioned at the start of the video, expired domains are a great way of speeding up that time. Obviously, it requires some initial investment, but I've seen affiliates that have seen a return on investment within the first couple of months. So yeah, expired domains can be a good way of speeding things up. But yeah, it's definitely not a get rich quick program. But affiliate marketing is a great way of securing a long-term income and a long-term business. How to find best buyer intent keywords for broad targeting in Google Ads. So, your typical buyer focused keywords are going to be those that, your best converting ones are going to be branded domains, but we do not allow bidding on branded domains. And you wouldn't benefit from that anyway because of obviously first click. The next buying focused ones would be your best XYZ keywords. So best fat burners for men, best fat burners for women. And it's looking for variations of those. So it could be something along the line of best vegan fitness supplements or best vegan weight loss pills, going for a smaller sub niche and seeing how that converts. So it's definitely looking at those buyer focused keywords. Naturally, with the buying focused keywords, there is going to be a ton more competition because other people are going to naturally be targeting those because they tend to convert better. What people don't do as much is, and again, it does take time, I mentioned it before, is going after the more long tail generic keywords that you can then create a lead capture for. So you could then create an ebook or a guide or something along those lines that people will sign up to. They'll put their email address in, and then what you're then basically doing is you're building up this email list, which will receive scheduled emails on a every other day or weekly basis. Initially getting more generic information, which supplements the reason why they signed up. So what that ebook was about. And then every so often dropping in a product recommendation. That can work incredibly well because you're building trust up with that generic information, and then you're actually recommending products. And that can be a very good long-term method of affiliate marketing through paid advertising. And the good thing about that is that once you have found a good email campaign, a good email schedule that actually converts, you can then scale up and build out, start targeting more competitive keywords, go into other sub niches and kind of replicate what you've done almost. Again, it takes time and money, but that is a very good way to do it. And then you're also building an email list, which is an asset which you can then remarket to, so you can recommend additional products, supplementary products, those kind of things to help build up even more affiliate commission. So that can work really well. How can I find the best products on More Niche and what platform I want to promote? So the best products on More Niche is going to be down to personal preference and what niche you're interested in promoting in. Obviously, More Niche focuses very much on weight loss, fitness, and health. And I wouldn't just focus on promoting one product. Obviously, you'd be wanting to promote multiple products with a website that is promoting multiple kind of sub niches. So, if you had a fitness site, for example, then you would be promoting fat burners, testosterone boosters, and legal steroids and pre-workouts and all of that stuff. If you were focusing more on a specific site, so let's say the site is just about testosterone boosters, then you would still be promoting multiple products on there. So you'd have, More Niche, we have Testogen, Testo 9 S Bulk. So there are 3 products in there that you can be promoting on that one website. I wouldn't just focus on the one product per site kind of mentality that I do tend to see sometimes. The more products that you do promote that are related to the traffic, generally the more options you're given, which is going to mean more sales and more conversions for yourselves. And what platform to promote them on? Again, I would always go for your own website. I am very, very pro SEO and content website is where I have always focused on. It's not going to go away anytime soon. You're building up an asset, so as you get started, you're building your site, you're adding content, you're adding product reviews, you're building up the traffic, you're eventually starting to make a few sales, then those sales increase, then you're making regular sales, and you just continue growing and expanding, and growth goes up and up and up. And then depending on your position, you might then turn around and say, right, I'm going to flip this site. I'm going to sell it for 36 to 40 times its monthly revenue. So, if the site is making you £1,000 a month in affiliate commissions, then you could potentially sell that site for £40,000 or dollars. Sell the site, take that revenue, and then invest that into 2 or 3 websites, build up those, and rinse and repeat. That can work very well. A website is not just a way to make money; it's an asset. You're building yourself a business and an asset that you can flip at a later stage once once you've reached what you feel you can take the website for. You could then flip that and then focus on expanding newer sites and growing that way. That tends to work very well. And that's what we see with a lot of successful affiliates, is that they tend to create their first websites. They grow them, they build them, they start making regular sales, and then they decide to flip those, and that revenue that they're getting, they will invest into another site that they can, or another 2 sites that they can then rinse and repeat, and just continue looking at doing it that way. How do I generate more sales using the landing page techniques? Now, I'll be completely honest, I don't know what is meant by the landing page techniques. What I will say is having a think about your audience and where your audience are coming from and what they're searching for, and you can tailor where you send that traffic to on the More Niche website, so on the offer page. So, for example, Testogen. Testogen works in several different ways. It's an energy booster, it's a libido enhancer, and it's a muscle growth supplement. So you won't necessarily get people on your website won't necessarily be looking for the energy benefits or the libido enhancement. They might just be looking for the muscle side of things. So by sending that traffic to a specific landing page on the offer page that's focusing on muscle is going to give you higher conversions than maybe just sending them to the homepage or to the libido dedicated page. So you want to customize your affiliate links based on what that traffic is looking for and where the conversion is going to be higher. That's what I'm taking from that question. Hopefully that does help, because I'm not sure how else to answer that one. So that's all of the submitted questions, to be fair. So if anyone is watching and does have a question, please do feel free to ask away, and I'll be more than happy to answer. I'm just going to grab a drink. Well, yeah, I'm hopefully going to be doing more of these videos. If they're needed, if they're wanted. If not, then I won't. I do quite like doing videos. It's gets my creativeness going. Best converting traffic sources for More Niche. So .com Wiz. The best, I think I might have mentioned it, but the best converting traffic sources is going to be how your targeting is. From our experience and from our current affiliates, the best converting traffic source is SEO, because you are able to target affiliate visitors at different levels of that buying cycle, so you can funnel them through on your website in an effective way, and you're naturally targeting the right visitors by your content and the keywords that they are writing. So I would always say that SEO is our best converting traffic source. That's not to say that social cannot be good. We don't have a massive amount of social influencers that promote More Niche, or because it's quite supplements are always a little bit, influencers and content creators tend to shy away from supplements, such as weight loss pills and stuff like that. But if you have a good social following, then that can also convert very well. If you've built up a good reputation with your followers and your subscribers, then that can work well. What doesn't tend to work is literally just having a social accounts and just posting after post after post about products and just looking like a very much advertising channel. The issue with that is that it just looks like pure sales. And you do get the clicks because typically people on social are very, what's the word? Intrigued and nosy, and they tend to click through, but they're not necessarily at that buying cycle, and they're not necessarily interested in purchasing the product. They might just be interested in what that advertisement is. Even more so if there's using a typical clickbaity kind of content. So I'd definitely say SEO is and content creation is the best converting. Videos, YouTube videos, they could work very well if depending on the actual video content as well. Is SEO still work for getting ranking on Google search page? Yeah, 100%. SEO is always works. SEO is not going anywhere. Apparently people have been saying that SEO has been dying for many, many years, but it's been getting stronger and stronger. What I always like to say is the rules might change, but the game is still the same. So yes, SEO is still going to get you ranked on the Google. It's what I do on a regular basis for all of my websites. I only do SEO, and they do rank. Obviously, it's tougher in competitive niches, and that's why you need to look at your keywords and not necessarily just focus on high competitive, high volume keywords. Focus on long tail keywords, low competition keywords. And to be fair, even keywords that if you use a search tool for finding your keywords, even keywords that are getting 0 to 10 uniques a month, roughly, these are all averages. And from my experience, many of these actually do end up being a lot more search volume in reality. And at the same time, if you can create a piece of content that ranks quickly because there is only so many people targeting this specific keyword that's only getting, so according to these tools, 10 uniques a month. If one of those people buys every single month, then it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. I would also recommend, if you're focusing on SEO and content, focusing on not just product and affiliate focused content, but also focusing on generic and informational content. I always go for a 70 to 30 ratio. So 70% of my content is informational and supporting. 30% of my content is affiliate focused content. And that 70% of content is going to be related to the niche that I'm focused on. Like as laser focused as possible. So if I have a phentermine, best fen products, Fen Gold at number 1, obviously, then I would then also create, say, 20 to 30 pieces of content that is focused around phentermine, benefits of phentermine, side effects of phentermine, how long to take phentermine, all of this stuff. This is all supporting content that would then link through to your best product pages and your review pages. That shows that you are an authority within that niche. It shows that the relevance. And then what I would also do is I would supplement the affiliate revenue with display ads. So I would add something like Ezoic. Those ads would go on to the informational content, so that even though that's not directly making you revenue through affiliate marketing, you're still hopefully going to generate some decent revenue through the display ads. Previously, display ads such as like AdSense and stuff like that was very minimal return based on the amount of traffic. But that has started to creep up more, so people are tending to get a lot more revenue from ads than they did previously. So I would supplement them both. I would have affiliate focused product reviews and commission, and then I'd have informational content with display ads to supplement revenue. And the more money the site makes, the better, regardless of where that comes from. And it is good to see you too. I did a quick office change with the new cabinet quickly this morning so that I could get it looking finished rather than a building site. So I was doing flat pack furniture early this morning. Still some improvements to be made, but hopefully we'll get there. So I'll give it a few more minutes in case anyone has any more questions. And yeah. Ooh. But like I said, I'm going to do this quite regularly. I think it's nice just to have a chat, regardless if anyone has any questions or not. I think it's good just to chat about affiliate marketing, see a face behind Mornish. To be fair, I know that more so towards the end of last year, we've been a little bit quieter on the Facebook channel and through email, and that's purely just buckling down and getting offers launched and getting conversions up on those, and me working with affiliates to obviously help grow sales. So it's just literally buckling down and getting on with it. Now, even though I'm doing videos, I'm still working, but I think it's good to actually try and just be around more on video on Facebook rather than just email. So yeah, I'm always available if anyone needs anything. I do get a lot of messages through Facebook Messenger. Does take me a bit of time to reply to that because a lot of the messages are late at night and I'm trying to sleep. Yeah, lots of work ahead, but it's always worth it. It's definitely worth doing. I'm not promoting Mornish products since a long time. I want to be part of Mornish again. Mornish, give me a lot. You are the best. I'm promoting FanFuel currently. I'm only joking. No, that makes sense. I would. Thanks for saying I'm the best. I do try. No, in all seriousness, it's good to know that you want to be part of Mornish again. There is nothing wrong with promoting products from multiple networks. In fact, it just makes sense to promote multiple products because you're going to look more independent, and then therefore you're going to generate more sales and more revenue because somebody might not, if you have a best best fat burner page and you're promoting one product on there, you're going to look less independent and less trustworthy. If you have 5 products on there, then you're giving people the option. Somebody might not want that first product. Somebody might want the second, third, or fourth product. So I would always recommend promoting multiple products on there. So just because you are promoting an alternative network, you can still promote Mornish brands on your website. Even if you just created product reviews, they're not necessarily going to rank as well because it's obviously harder to rank for those than it is the informational content because of the competition. But you can always promote more products from different affiliate networks. I always do it all the time on my own websites. Hey, James, good to see you. So yeah, drop me a message, email with your website, and I'll even show you how you can actually promote more products on the website as well. Definitely worth doing. Let's face it, more products, more visitors, more money. Happy days. Ooh. But no, it's good to have many people here today and chatting, which is nice to see. It's been a while since I've done these videos, so hopefully get into a bit more of a regular structure of doing them. I spent quite a bit of my own personal time doing Twitch and streaming on Twitch, and it's an interesting platform. And I'm going to be an advocate for our own products. There we go. Prime Shred. Currently taking it myself because I've figured I need to lose weight because I've been putting on a bit of weight for the last few years and lost a stone in 3 weeks. So that's pretty good. So there you go. I've done a before picture. I'll do some after pictures. So never know. Maybe you'll get a testimonial for your websites. We'll see. See if I can shed more weight off. I hope to see and hear you again. You will do. You definitely will. I do enjoy doing these videos. I enjoy the chat. Working from home all the time, I very rarely get to talk to anybody other than the guinea pigs. And right now they're asleep, so they're not doing much talking. So yeah, these videos are a good way of getting a bit more social and getting, talking a bit more and not irritating the wife when she comes home from work. So yeah, we'll schedule these calls. I think these live streams maybe once every other week. See how we go. And I might do some, if we don't have too many questions, then I might just do some general talking or some general demonstrations, maybe some AI tool demonstrations, product review format demonstrations, link building, all that stuff. I'm more than happy. Whatever's wanted and needed, really. Any questions? So yeah. Cool. I think, to be honest, I'm going to leave it there for today. And yeah, hopefully it's been useful. I'll schedule another video or a live stream, probably for, let's just have a look. Probably, where are we now? We're on the 31st. Maybe no, you don't want to see my face on Valentine's Day. Maybe around about that week, Valentine's week, 15th, 16th, something like that. So yeah, we'll schedule one then, and feel free to obviously submit any questions to me through email, Skype. So email again, martin@moreniche.com or support@moreniche.com, or Skype, which is just martin.moreniche, and you'll find me on Skype. Yeah, so feel free to message. And to be fair, if you just don't have a question and you just want to chat about affiliate marketing, get in touch as well. I'm more than happy to just generally talk about it. I'm very passionate about affiliate marketing. Like I say, I do it myself. I don't obviously do more niche brands or anything like that. I have a gaming website, a guinea pig website, and a pizza oven website currently. So those are the only sites I work on myself, and I do affiliate marketing myself in the evenings, late into the night. So yeah, passion of mine. So obviously, if you just want to chat to someone about affiliate marketing, then feel free to reach out as well. More than happy just chatting. So cool. I will leave it there. I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their Tuesday and the rest of the week. And again, hopefully see you soon. Bye.